but also you kind of block it out, like, you know, when you've got toothache or a bad knee or something, you know, it's really sore for a while, and then after a while it's not so sore anymore, because you don't notice it as much. You yourself block out that sort of like specific receptor. So I know if I'm going through a voicey 2 or 3 weeks kind of things, I'm kind of blocking it out more than I would normally kind of thing. I'm on the lookout for it and saying, well, no, it's not, I'm not allowing it to happen. That's sneaky.
Hello, how are you doing?
Come in.
Nice to see you. Oh, thank you.
After you. Go on.
Carry away stuff this time.
Yeah, dear.
How's it going? You alright?
Yeah, but good.
What have you been up to since the last week?
Oh, finished off that IT. I've got what's called a borderline personality disorder, which is, I've taken to describing it like mental diabetes, in as much as that if it's managed, it shouldn't cause too many problems. I mean, obviously there's been loads of sports people over the years that have had diabetes and still competed at the highest level. What my illness tends to mean to me is that if I don't manage it, I'm prone to depression, paranoia. It's just something that, you know, sort of, it's there for me to deal with. I was on medication for a couple of years while I learned how to deal with them. It's important for me to sort of like take things on my own terms. And for a good few months after coming off the meds, I was worse than I was when I was on the meds. But I was well enough that I could deal with that I could work my way through that and then come out the other side better for it, because I'm not on antipsychotic drugs, I'm not on antidepressants, you know, it feels like I'm more in control than it did when I was on the meds, and you feel you're relying on something for a crutch. It was something I needed for a time when I was very depressed and very unwell. And now, just picked myself up and getting on with it now.
For me, medication didn't work. I've got friends who do use medication and have done long term, and they've got really good backup in terms of, you know, the people who are prescribing or looking out for them in terms of how much they're taking and what they're taking and the combination of treatments. And it seems to work for them, but it doesn't work for me.
So I kind of went to the doctors and was given Prozac from in my 20s, and then stayed on it for a long time. I felt no happiness, no pain, no sadness, nothing. And for years I walked around in a very comfortable, the floor underneath me, very stable, but I felt nothing. And it took me quite a few years before I decided that that was not kind of what I wanted to do. You're talking counselling, you're talking all these other kind of cognitive behavioural therapies and loads of other things.
I've done massage and Reiki and other complementary therapies because it was really difficult to know what the best thing for me was, and there was a lot of people telling me how I should be treated. Many points I didn't know what the best thing was, so like I say, I tried medication, but the relaxation and sort of complementary therapies really helped me.
Reiki is a form of healing. It's incredibly calming, and it's really good at lifting the sort of heaviness of depression and the sadness and the sort of cut-offness. Reiki is very good at reconnecting.
If people are suffering from stress, it's disturbing their sleep, it's causing them anxiety or panic attacks. De-stress treatments and advice on how to deal with stress can be very helpful. I've had a couple of patients who have been diagnosed as manic depressives, and those particular patients that I see have regular reflexology sessions, and they definitely feel that the space that's provided here for them and the techniques that we talk about that they take away with them, they definitely feel that that's helped. It's given them more confidence in dealing with their problems and more acceptance of it. Rather than struggling with it, they felt much more able to just see it as some days they have a bad day and that's okay, and the next day they're going to feel better, and just approach things more positively.
It's slowly building coping mechanisms, strategies into your life, so when the bad periods come, they don't swamp you anymore.
And you just ride it out.
Because it's hard. I'm one of those people that would never call for help, really. So it's, you know, it's a way of learning about yourself and what you need. I'll pick up the guitar if I'm feeling really bad.
Yeah,
I'll pick up an acoustic, and just the vibrations through the wood is enough to kind of level me out until my mind's levelled out a bit.
Ever since we started, we've got a waiting list of people wanting to come here. For the last 16 years, we've got a waiting list. Well, my name is Devon Marston. I work here at Minds Music Project. So we have people coming here from the local catchment area teams who are referred to Minds, or by the GP, or by the team key worker. Some people come here for live music, rehearsing in this studio and gigging out and getting paid for it. We've got like about, what, 8, 9 bands. We've got individual artists, performers like rappers, individual singers. They come along and make their own backing track using programs, music programs. People come along and do their mixing with DJing. Bands can come in here and record. They sell the CD to their friends or family or down the website. We also do creative writing and poetry. We do visual arts. We've had lots of exhibitions. We've had an exhibition at the Clock Tower in Croydon, exhibition at Tate Gallery, exhibition at Brixton Gallery, exhibition at Elsewhere Library, exhibition at Putney Library. The role I'm doing now is the role I've been doing most of my life, as a musician and a music leader. James Braithwaite on bass, Paul on keyboard. I run live sessions here. I play drums, the guitar and sing. And I facilitate all the bands, plus I run a drama session as well. Sound Minds is a project that started off because of the music I play. I was part of a community of people who are musicians in a local hospital that I was admitted to. All we had was a guitar with a string missing and a little bongo drum and a couple of Beatles numbers. Somehow we got through meeting once a week, and then after a while people heard about us and said they want to join. And that's when we decided this is something serious. We need to get funding and we need to look into this. Sound Minds is user-led. We are the clients, we do it all ourselves.
This song, Cora wrote this song, this is Cora's song.
It's given me a new lease of life, it's made me new friends, it's given me a job, it's given me lots of things that I never had before. My music has become really therapeutic now. You can actually hear the drums, the bass, the lead guitar, and the songs telling your message. It brings you from being down and depressed, it brings you up a bit, and it gives you hope for tomorrow. It brings healing to your mind, body and soul, and that's why I call it Sound Minds.
Hello, my name is Graham Thornycroft and I'm Professor of Community Psychiatry here at the Institute of Psychiatry in South London. Also, I'm a consultant psychiatrist. I work in an assertive outreach team in Croydon. If we think about the problems facing people with mental illness, I think there are two main challenges. Firstly is actually coping with the symptoms of the mental illness. For example, if you're depressed, maybe you've lost your appetite, you're not sleeping very well, maybe you've lost your confidence as well.